In our classes. Next, we have the gains of modern medicine at risk. It makes infections harder to treat and makes other medical procedures and treatments such as surgery, cesarean sections, and cancer chemotherapy much riskier. Widespread environmental contamination, improper disposal of antibiotics leads to environmental contamination, creating reservoirs for resistance genes. Okay, impact of vulnerable populations. Individuals with weakened immune systems and elderly and children are particularly vulnerable to AMR-related infections. Ability limited R&D for alternatives. There is an inadequate research and development pipeline for alternative treatments in the face of rising level of resistance. Okay, we are for implementing WHO guidance on wastewater and solid waste management for antibiotic manufacture. It sets targets for liquid effluent, like solid waste, and zero liquid discharge (SLD) for pharmaceutical manufacturing. It also makes following recommendations such as use established tools like hazard analysis, etc., along with internal audit and public communication. Okay, conduct external audit and certifications to ensure robust implementation of risk management plans and to verify performance against targets. Okay, One Health approach recognize interconnectedness of human animals and environmental health and address AMR in a holistic manner. Strengthening regulations, environmental protection amendments rule 2019, which imposes stringent limits on residues of 121 antibiotics and treated effluents from drug protection unit should be effectively implemented. Agricultural operations, sustainable farming practices such as organic farming can be promoted to limit the use of antibiotics in livestock and aquaculture. Promoting responsible use, healthcare facilities should implement antibiotics stewardship program for responsible antibiotics, etc. Next, we have initiative taken to address SAMR Global Action Plan Antimicrobial Resistance (GAP), a comprehensive plan developed by the World Health Organization (WHO) to address AMR global antimicrobial resistance awareness systems. Okay, glass by WHO to track AMR patterns globally, promoting standardized data collection to guide effective actions. One Health Global Leaders Group and Antimicrobial Resistance Tripartite collaborations of WHO and FAO and World Health Organizations for Animal Health (OIE). Okay, React Action on Antibiotic Resistance Independent Network supported by the WHO. India, a national program on AMR containment launching during 12th five-year plan. 2012 to 2017 to carry out surveillance of antimicrobial usage in healthcare settings. Okay, a national action plan on AMR, like NAP AMR 2017, focused on One Health approach, national AMR surveillance network for state medical college labs, NABS, okay, NARS, and EAT, okay, to generate a quality data on AMR for priority bacterial pathogens of public health importance. Okay, like campaign to combat the irrational use of antibiotics. Okay, ban on inappropriate fixed dose combination FTCs. Okay, operations embedded. Okay, EMR intervention for total health by Kerala to detect the the counter sales of antibiotics without prescriptions. Okay, next we have the related to antibiotics in the definitions of new drugs. So, Drugs Technical Advisory Board (DTAB) has recommended the inclusion of all antibiotics in the definition of new drugs in the new drugs and clinical trial NCDT rules 2019. The DTAB is the highest decision-making body on technical matters related to the drugs in the country, and the Central Drugs Standard Control Organization (CSQ) under the Rule 12DE. The Drug and Cosmetic Rules 1945, and a new drug is defined as one of the that has not yet been used in this country. Okay, conditionally it has not been recognized safe and effective by the licensing authority for the proposed claims. Okay, DTAB recommendations were made to curb AMR caused by the misuse of antibiotics. Okay, news in short, KD Adams for food, Kababa Atomic Research Center (BRC) participating in International Atomic Energy Agency (IAEA) Scientific Forum Adams for Food, about Adams for Food Genesis, jointly launched by IAEA and FAO at the 2023 World Food Forum in the Rome, Italy, purpose to provide countries with the tailored solutions by harnessing the advantages of nuclear techniques along with the other advanced technologies to enhance agricultural and livestock productivity, reduce food losses, etc., to help countries boost food security and to tackle growing hunger. Nearly 600 million people are projected to be chronically undernourished by 2030. FAO. By 2050, the world population will have increased by one-third, mostly in developing countries. United Nations. Okay. Steps taken by India to leverage nuclear technologies for enhancing food security. Provisions for multi-product food irradiation units under the Pradhan Mantri Kisan Sampati Yojana (PMKSY). BARC has pioneered the development of 42 high-yielding seed varieties through gamma radiation. Okay. BARC has established two major irradiation facilities, Vashi and Nashik in Maharashtra. Okay, nuclear technologies for agriculture. Okay, irradiation technique. Okay, friends, extends shelf life of foods by reducing or eliminating microorganisms and inspects. Okay, fallout radionuclide. Okay, FR and technical analysis, solid radionuclide concentrations to measure erosion patterns, cosmic ray neutron sensor. Okay, CRNS technology measures soil measure over large areas by detecting cosmic ray neutrons reflected from soil. Okay, radio immunoassay. Okay, RA technology detects hormone levels in animals, enabling precise timing for artificial insemination. Sterile insect technique society controls post by releasing sterilized insects to made with wild populations. Okay. Other technology, nitrogen fly to measure nitrogen fixation in roots, isotropic tracing techniques for crop nutrition and water management, etc. Okay. Then we have the MACE observatory inaugurated. That we have the Department of Atomic Energy DAE inaugurated the major atmospheric Charango experiment Mace Observatory in Hanley, Ladakh. Okay, the inaugural Mace Observatory was a part of the Platinum Jubilee of the year celebration of the DAE. Okay, DAE was set up under the direct change to the Prime Minister's through executive order in 1954 in accordance with the Atomic Energy Act 1948. Okay, DAE leads research and development for the peaceful uses of atomic energy. Okay. About the Mace Observatory, it is the largest imaging Charango telescope in the Asia and 24th largest in the world. Okay, Charango telescope RSCDA consists of two arrays located at Spain and Chile. Also, respectively, will be the largest Charango telescope in the world. It is currently under the construction, still located at an altitude of 4,300 meters, the highest of its kind in the world. Objective also high energy gamma rays to understand the most energetic phenomenon in the universe, such as supernova, black holes, and gamma ray bursts. Okay. It is named after scientist Pavel Alexeyevich Cherenkov, who discovered that charged particles grow when they pass through a non-conducting medium under certain conditions referred as the Cherenkov radiation. Indigenously built with the Baba Atomic Research Center (BIS) with the support from the Electronics Corporations of India (ECN) and other partners. It will also Another point, it also complement global observatories such as high energy stereoscopic systems (EHES), etc. Next, we have what is gamma rays. Okay. Gamma rays have the smallest wavelengths and the most energy of any wave in the electromagnetic spectrum sources in this universe, such as neutrons, stars, and pulses, supernovas, explosions, and regions around the black holes on Earth generated by the nuclear explosions, lighting, and activity of radioactive decay. Why Hanley in Ladakh in chosen for observatory? Okay. Hanley Valley in Changtang, 4,250 millimeter above MSL, is the site of a dry, cold desert with a sparse human population. And now we have the cloudless skies and low atmospheric water vapor, make it one of the best sites in the world for optical, infrared, and sub-millimeter and millimeter wavelengths. In 2020, the Hanley Dark Sky Reserve (SDSR) was notified for astro-tourism. Okay, NASA's Europa Clipper embarked on long voyage to visit to investigate its moon. Europa Clipper objective determine whether Europa has conditions that could support life. Evidence suggests the presence of enormous salty ocean and more water than Earth beneath Europe's skies. Okay, this is the largest spacecraft NASA has ever developed for a planetary mission. It is also the first NASA mission dedicated to study an ocean world beyond Earth. It will begin orbiting Jupiter in 2030 and conduct flybys of Europa from 2031. Okay, the instruments include ice penetrating radar cameras and a thermal instrument to look for any recent eruptions of water. Okay, LUPAX mission, National Space Panel, includes India's fifth lunar mission, Lunar Polar Exploration Mission. LUPAX will be a precursor to the country's lunar sample return mission planned for sending the first Indian to the moon by 2040. Okay, but LUPAX purpose, it will investigate the quantity and quality of water on the moon, and is envisaged to explore the dark side of the moon. Dark side of the moon refers to the far side of the moon, and it is never visible from the Earth due to the tidal locking of the moon with the Earth. Okay, international collaboration project. ISRO is in charge of the lunar power rover, and Japan's JAXA is responsible for the lander observation instruments from NASA, and the United European Space Agency will also be mounted on the rover. Landing point will be the south pole of the moon, as this area is believed to have a higher water potential. However, landing on the south pole is challenging as there are very few easy landing sites with good illumination and communication condition. And the successful landing of the Vikram lander on board Chandrayaan-3 made India's first country to land on its south pole and the fourth country to land on the moon after the United States, Russia, and China. RISE remove debris in orbit servicing Israel in the first in-orbit servicing mission of European Space Agency, which is a significant step towards refurbishment and assembling in orbit all essential elements for creating a circular economy in space. It will be launched in 2028 and will have the ability to dock and control orbital geostationary satellites. RISE will rise up to the so-called geostationary graver over 100 km higher. The satellites are parked after they have reached the end of their which is circular space economy. Circular space economy draws inspirations from the broader concept of a circular economy, which aims to minimize waste and maximize resources efficiency. Okay, key aspects of circular space economy include satellite refurbishment and repair, space debris removal, resource utilization, material extracted from asteroids or the moon, okay, etc. Second phase of space circular economy. Reduce space debris helps to mitigate the risk of pollution and further debris generation, resource conservation with reusing and recycling materials in space. Okay, cost reductions by extending the lifespan of satellites, faster development items times by assembling and manufacturing space systems directly on orbit. Challenges to space circular economy, and that will be read in the next chapter.